Have you noticed how easily we postpone life? I'll breathe when I pay off the loan. I'll be happy when I get a better job. I'll start living when the right moment comes. But here is the problem. The right moment may never come. Today, I will read 5 quatrains and unpack them so they become not just poetry, but a guide for not sleeping through your own life. And at the end, there will be one conclusion that may change the way you look at time forever.
Let's begin. Do not boast about tomorrow. It has not arrived. Do not mourn yesterday. It is already darkness. Live today while the heart still beats, for life is a breath between 2 nothings. This is where we fail most often. We live in 2 modes, either remembering yesterday or planning tomorrow, and today passes by. Sometimes we postpone happiness like a file we save for later, as if life were an endless draft.
But reality is simple and harsh. Tomorrow is not guaranteed, and yesterday will not return. You can plan your career 5 years ahead, and then one event, one crisis, one illness can scatter the whole clan. Not because you are bad, but because the world is not fully controllable. So the quatrain becomes very practical. Don't wait for a perfect day. Start today. Not perfectly, not according to plan, but alive, even if it's a small step. Now the second quatrain. It is about fear of other people. Do not worry about what people will say. Today they praise you, tomorrow they betray you. Be yourself while the world changes masks, for other people's opinion has the shortest memory. This is painfully modern, because today people will say means comments, likes, reposts, and other people's versions of success. We often live as if there is a scoreboard above our head, society's rating.
And because of that, we don't say what we think, don't try what we want, don't show who we truly are. And here is the most honest part. People forget. Scandals live for 3 days. Hate fades in a week. Even victories quickly become old news. Your mistake, the one you carry for years, for others, it is a minute of attention. That is why the line, "Other people's opinion has the shortest memory," is so powerful. It frees you.
Not in the sense of do whatever you want and ignore everyone, but in the sense of don't give the steering wheel of your life to other people's eyes, because you cannot live honestly while constantly playing a role. Now the third quatrain. It is about searching and where the answers truly are. I searched for truth in temples and in books. I asked the wise and the holy on the roads. But I understood, in the silence of solitude, the answer had lived inside me all along. This sounds beautiful, and it is also practical, because we truly search outside ourselves, courses, books, advice, experts, gurus, and yes, it can help.
But there is a trap. You can spend your whole life collecting other people's thoughts and never hear your own. Sometimes we do not need one more piece of advice. We need a pause. Silence. Silence is not loneliness. Silence is when you stop running from yourself.
And suddenly you realize you have known what you need for a long time. You just feared it, postponed it, covered it with noise.
That is why this quatrain speaks to anyone who feels burned out. It seems to say, you are not broken. You have simply not listened to yourself for too long. Now the fourth quatrain. It hurts because it is about wanting more. The one who has little can be a king, and the one who has everything can still be nobody. It is not the numma things that makes the soul rich, but the peace found within one's own heart. The modern world sells us one idea. Happiness will come when you have more.
If these words resonated with you, and you would like to explore Omar Khayyam's wisdom more deeply, consider reading the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, one of the most famous collections of philosophical poetry about life, time, and the meaning of existence. The link to the book is in the description below this video.
More money, more things, more status. But what happens in real life? You get something, and a week later, it becomes normal. And your mind says, good, now more. It becomes an endless race. And Khayyam asks a painful question. What if the most valuable thing is not having, but being at peace? Because peace cannot be purchased. You can have the newest phone and still fall asleep with anxiety. You can have a car and still have no joy. And on the other hand, a person with a simple life and a clear mind can feel like a king. So this is not about poverty, not about rejecting money. It is about balance. Things are tools, but inner peace is the foundation. And now the final quatrain. It is the strongest because it closes the circle. When you are gone, the world will not stop its movement. The sun will rise just as it did yesterday. So while you are here, leave warmth behind you, for memory lives longer than the human body.
This quatrain is cold because it tells the truth. The world will not stop. Rivers flowed before us, and they will flow after. The sun will rise. People will go to work. The city will keep making noise. And it can feel frightening, but there is also freedom in it. Because if the world will not stop, what truly matters? What matters is what you leave inside people.
Not only achievements, not only status, but warmth. How you spoke, how you supported, how you loved, how present you were. And the most important thing is this. A great impact does not always look great from the outside. Sometimes the strongest influence is a timely word, help when no one is watching, honesty when lying is easier. That is what remains.
Now, if we combine all 5 quatrains into one principle, tomorrow is not guaranteed. Other people's opinions fade quickly. The answers are inside you. Things do not save you. Only the warmth you leave behind remains. And then the main question becomes, are you living, or are you postponing life? Because life is not later. Life is now. If you want, do one small exercise today.
Write one word in the comments, today, and tell yourself, what will you do today to live this day not as a step, but as life itself. See you in the next video.